Aye, it's me again. Look, got another one. Official notice, investigation opened. I opened it. I was recording. I forgot to press the bloody record button on it. Anyway, I know I've covered this one before, and when I did, Black Belt Barrister picked up on it. Because where does it go from threatening investigation to being borderline harassment? You know, how many times can you threaten to investigate me? Because for years they've been threatening to investigate me and saying investigation opened. Where's this investigation? This is still addressed to the legal occupier. Their investigation hasn't even found my name yet. It's an absolute joke. Now, I know I've talked about this one before, but if I've got it, other people would have recently got it, and they might stumble across this video. They'll get it, they'll be concerned, Google it, they might see this video. So I'm going to go through it, and if you've got it, I'm going to go through everything that you need to know about it and what you need to do. But spoiler alert, don't worry about it. Right, I just got to get rid of my personal information. Hang on. Official notice. Investigation open. So when I first moved into this property, it's pushing 2 years now. Oh, there was loads of these in the letterbox. This place has been empty for about 6 months before I moved in. There was loads of these letters in there with the investigation opened on some of them. In the 2 years I've lived here-ish, I've had a couple of them saying investigation open. My previous property, I had letters saying investigation opened. Where's this investigation? Look, dear legal occupier, what kind of investigation is this? I live in a block of flats, right? And if you come into the communal entrance of my block of flats where the buzzers are for each flat, my name is on the buzzer. So if they're sending people round to investigate, they should know my name. Right, it's there. It's clearly displayed. Yeah, I could remove it. I leave it on for a laugh because I'm waiting for these to have my name on them, and they still haven't. Dear legal occupier, this is an official warning that we are carrying out an investigation of your address. How's that going? We have asked you to contact us several times, but you have not responded. There is still no record of a TV license at this property. So let's break that down. Okay, there is still no record of a TV license at this property. The reason for that is that I don't require a television license. I don't watch or record anything that's being broadcast, or I don't access BBC iPlayer. So if you're in that boat, you also don't require a television license. So why are they sending this? Why can't they put at the top, instead of official notice investigation open, do you require a license yet? We notice you haven't got one. Do you need one yet? Wouldn't that be nicer? We have asked you to contact us several times, but you have not responded because you don't have to. If you're new to this, you don't have to tell them that you don't require their services. You can just completely blank them like I do. I moved into this property. I haven't told them I live here. I haven't told them I don't require their services. Just blank them, as is my right to do. Now, you can tell them if you want to. Knock yourself out. Personally, I don't. I did in the past. I wouldn't now. But if you want to, you can. But it's not going to change the fact that they're going to try and sell you a license all the time. It is a criminal offence to watch or record live TV without a license on any device. This includes all TV channels, pay TV services like Sky and Live TV on streaming services like Amazon Prime Video. You also need a TV license to be covered for everything on BBC iPlayer. So, yeah, it's not the worst advice in the world. If you're not paying your TV license fee currently because you can't afford it or it's a political stance, whatever your reason, if you don't have one, you can't watch or record anything as it's being broadcast, and you can't use BBC iPlayer. It's iffy, but just say you can't use BBC iPlayer. If you don't do either of those things, you legally don't require one, so why are they harassing you? Even if you were doing those things, how would they know? How would they know? The only way they can know is if you speak to them, if you happen to get a knock on your door. And I don't understand why I haven't had one for ages. I did live in the sticks for a bit, and I can understand. It's a numbers game. They knock on a lot of houses, right? But I'm not in the sticks anymore. I'm in quite a big town, and I still haven't had one knock on my door. Why? Why? Now, if you do get one knock on your door, they're going to ask to come in and check your equipment, or missus. They're going to make you try and sign something. They're going to question you, try and get you to drop yourself in it, ask you what you're watching, stuff like that. Best way to deal with them. They're not. People think they got powers like police or bailiffs or anything. They don't. They are door-to-door salesmen. So if one knocks on your door, you know, hello, who are you? Or if you've got a video doorbell, even better, just shout out, who are you? Hello, I'm from TV licensing. No, thank you, mate. Done. Shut the door. Over. That's it. They can't put the foot in the door. They can't keep knocking on the door. That's harassment. Can't do that. They are just door-to-door salesmen. Now, I'm not saying they may never come back. They might. But if that happens again, they're not going to waste their time coming back. They're trying to earn their commission. If they're still paid by commission, I'm working on that. Don't talk to them. Now, I don't condone watching stuff you shouldn't be watching, but the only way they would know is if you tell them when they knock on your door. Don't tell them anything. Even if you're like me, you play a complete straight game. I genuinely don't watch any broadcast TV or access BBC iPlayer. Haven't for years. Wouldn't. But why would I tell them that? I don't need to. How you can stop this investigation. Okay, that's interesting. You can buy a TV license. I don't need one. If you've recently moved, you can move your old TV. My old place didn't have a telly license either because I don't need one. Let us know that you don't use TV receipt. See, this is wrong, right? This is wrong. If you're new to all of this, you haven't paid it because you can't afford it or whatever, and you read this line here, let us know that you don't use TV receiving equipment at this address or by calling us. They've worded it like that on purpose. The reason they've worded it like that is because back in the day, if you owned a telly, you had to pay the TV license fee. And they want to continue that myth. The amount of people that come to me by email or messaging or whatever and say, if you own a telly, you must buy the license fee. Why are you telling people lies? It's not true. You can own all the tellies you want. The license fee isn't based on the equipment that you own. It's based on what you use that equipment to do. So this laptop that I'm sitting in front of technically is television receiving equipment, right? I can watch telly on this if I wanted to. The phone I'm filming this on, technically telly receiving equipment. The telly over there, definitely telly receiving equipment, but it's not plugged in to the aerial. I don't have iPlayer installed on it, and I wouldn't use it for that, even if it was installed on it and I couldn't remove it. That's bad wording, right? That's in there to scare you. Let us know that you don't use TV receiving equipment. Wrong, right? It's wrong. They want you to be confused and scared because that sells more licenses. That's how they do it. How they're getting away with that wording, don't know. If we don't hear from you, you won't. Our enforcement team will schedule a visit. Okay, take this as notice, television licensing, okay? You are finally hearing from me. Please proceed with your enforcement team scheduling a visit to my property. Please. Please, come, look, ring the door, ring it now. I'm sitting here now. Ring the buzzer. I'll pick the interior phone up and say, hello, who's this? You'll say, oh, this is from TV licensing. But jog, no thank you, mate, bye. There you go. How's that investigation working for you? You could be prosecuted if we find you've been watching, recording or downloading TV programs illegally. How are you going to find that out? Don't be fooled by this detection van thing. Like TV detect. We've all got TVs. What bloody hell are you detecting? And think of the amount of ways you could technically receive broadcast TV now. The illegal IP streams, the multitude of apps that allow it, all the different satellite and cable services. How could they possibly know what you're watching? There is only one way they know what you're watching. And that's when one of these goons knocks on your door and asks you. And sometimes they're quite good at their job. They'll keep you talking and that, and enough to drop yourself in it. Or you might let them in to have a look. They'll fire up the telly, press live telly, bang, you're done. There is no way. If we find you've been watching, you are not going to find it. Because you're not going to let them into the property, you're not going to talk to them. They cannot find out what you're doing. You shouldn't be watching stuff you shouldn't be watching without a license. The only way they would know is if you physically tell them or show them. There is no other way. No thank you, mate. Shut the door. There's nothing they can do. They do say that we could get a warrant for your property stuff like that. I've done a bit of work on this, and it's a couple a year. And I swear they only do that so they can say we can get a warrant. Because if they didn't, they couldn't say it, could they? 500,000 people a year, every year, are stopping paying the license fee. 2 warrants a year, maybe 3. You may have to pay a fine up to £1,000 plus any legal costs and or compensation. True, the maximum fine is £1,000 if you're caught. How are you going to get caught? By talking to them. But we're not going to talk to them, are we? So we're not going to get caught. We're not going to get a fine. But where they say maximum fine is £1,000, yes, I've never once heard of it being given out. The average fine's about 150 quid plus costs, and it's not big costs. Is it approved by Scott Robson again? I swear they make up fake names, you know. I don't think Scott Robson's a real person. Do you? Do you? Having a little look on the back, see if there's anything I need to know about. No. When do you need a TV license written on the back? No. Why can't they, at the top, put, look, we notice you don't have a license. Would you like to buy one? Do you need one? Why do they have to go threatening? Threatening a fake investigation, and it is a fake investigation, because it just doesn't happen. Threatening to send the boys round. Threatening to fine you £1,000. All for not having a telly license. The world we live in, with everything that's going on, the world is literally burning around us, and they want to send the boys round because you're not buying a TV license. Scum. Well, anyway, if you've got that, I hope I've set your mind at ease a little bit. Throw it in the bin, wait for the next one next month. There's nothing to worry about. Don't watch or record anything that's been broadcast. Don't access BBC iPlayer, and never, ever talk to them if they knock on your door. Ever. Done. Enjoy your £169.50 a year you're saving, like I have for many years. Although it's only about £169.50 for a year, obviously. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments below. As always, thanks for watching. While you're down there, leaving your comment, hit all the buttons and everything as well. So if you do all that, hopefully I'll get to see you in another video again soon, won't I? Ta-da.